Hey, how's it going? I wanted to make another video today because, well, first off, I'm experimenting with making smaller videos and having just a single concise point or topic within them, because I think that's more digestible and it's easier for me to focus and not leave too long of gaps between my sentences and words, which does tend to be the way that I speak a lot of the time. But what I wanted to talk about in this video was actually this funny green thing that I'm wearing on my hand right now. I sort of got a ring on the back, as you can see in it. You can clip it onto whichever finger you like, and it's actually a tally counter. So I don't know how well you can see this. If I press the button, it shows a score. Let's see if I can. And if I click it, the score goes up. So I've been using this. Actually, I found this product in another YouTube video, and this other YouTuber made a short video describing how he uses these tally counters when he's doing deep work at his computer. He keeps track every time if he gets distracted or something, or basically any time that he's not completely focused on his work. And this is sort of a productivity tool. And that was really interesting to me because I've been into meditation for a long time, so I thought, wow, this seems like a really interesting cross-section between meditation and productivity, which are both things that I'm into. I've been kind of more exploring productivity with more of my time recently than meditation. And so I bought them and I used it for that purpose, which was really cool. But I'm actually using it for a different purpose at the moment. And I don't know how long I'll keep on doing this for, but what I can say is that I actually have found it quite effective while I have used it. So I'm using it currently for the purpose of giving myself points. The reason I came up with this idea is because I've been using a points-based habit tracker for a little while now, and I've found that quite helpful in shaping my daily routines and behaviors in a positive direction. And so I decided to give a go at using a tally counter on my hand to not only track habits, but to also just, I guess, give my prefrontal cortex a bit of a boost, where, you know, if I have a good decision and a bad decision in front of me, or a lazy decision, or something, let's not say good and bad, let's say something that's more in line with my goals and who I want to be, and something that's less in line. I used to be pretty pessimistic and almost fatalistic, I want to say. I don't know if that's the right word. Where I felt like I had these habits and I had no control over them and these behaviors. But what I can do is, let's say like I don't want to be snacking too much in between meals. I get the urge to go for a bag of chips, and I can sort of give myself points not to do that. Or conversely, I can give myself points to do something that's maybe a bit scary to do or feel like a bit of a hassle. So I can essentially shape my behavior. And oftentimes the way this will work is actually, if there's something that I want to do, it's almost like I'm bidding. But I have infinite points to bid because you know, there's no limit. It's not really finite how many points I can give myself. But I'm basically bidding on the action. For example, if something provokes a bit of anxiety, takes me out of my comfort zone to do or not to do, I might start off thinking, okay, I'll give myself 10 points for this. And maybe I'm like, you know, I think I'm still going to do it. Then I can kind of up it to 20 points. And I'm like, tempting, but I'm still not going to do it. And then I can go, okay, I'll give myself 50 points. And maybe at that point, I'm like, 50 points? Are you kidding? That's a bargain. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing that I was a bit afraid of, or I'm gonna not do that thing that I thought I needed to do, or felt, had that urge to do. So I know it's a little bit comedy because I'm like giving myself points, but and it's not actually worth something, but I think that's the whole point, because the habits and the actions that are going to make you or I the person that we want to be, it can be hard to see the value in them, because their payoff may be in, maybe very delayed in terms of seeing the fruits of our actions. And the feedback that we're actually getting in our environment might be more immediately, might actually be training us to do the things that don't make us the person that we want to be. So a lot of the point of this is you're actually showing yourself the true value of your actions, the way that you see it. So there's something not so arbitrary about that as well, isn't there? There's something like calling forth, like it kind of represents that you've lived by your values despite circumstances that are challenging, that may be guiding you away from your values and the person that you ultimately want to become. So there you go. That's that's the idea for that. And I mostly also keep score of my habit tracker every day and keep score of my tally for every day. I have another tally kind of system on my computer for when I'm doing work blocks on my computer. And the other thing that I've done, just before I wrap up this video, is they came in a pack of 7, these little guys. So I'm wearing 2 right now, which I know is a little bit dorky, but I'm having fun, so that's all that matters. But this guy, so this guy I mostly multiply by 10, so 5 clicks is 50 points. Because that's how I started my habit tracker. It's mostly in increments of 10, so it makes sense that this is increments of 10 as well, so I don't have to click 10 times just to get 10 points, but I've also implemented this little orange guy, and this one I like to think of as just giving myself encouragement for no reason throughout the day. But I don't multiply this one by 10. And I learned this, I sort of got this idea from walking my dogs most days. I walk them and I give them lots of treats. And I find they just vibe with me when I'm giving them good treats, and it feels like I'm communicating them that, I like them, they're, they just are good dogs, right? Like, as opposed to you're good only when you do this. And I think that it develops a good relationship where when I am giving them treats, more so to train them to like not do something or to do something, they're much more receptive to it, I think, because they have that baseline good relationship. And I think it's also good for me, like when I use this one, it's more like, it's almost to counteract like shame and guilt and things like that as well. I've noticed, like, I might feel like I'm not on track or anxious I'm not doing enough. I'm like, nah, you're doing good. You're doing good, just like that. Like, yeah, good boy. You're doing good, buddy. So anyway, that's that system that I'm playing around with. There are more subtle like tally counters that you can buy. For example, there's some ring ones where you twist the numbers like around the ring, and it shows you like which numbers, kind of like a combination lock, it looks like. So that's another option. And there's also these, I want to say Tisba or something, clickers, tally counters that are designed mostly for Muslims for religious purposes, for counting like some spiritual practice. I don't know if it's prayer or something else. I don't think it's for prayer. I think it's, I really don't know. But at any rate, there are like more discreet, more fashionable ring looking tally counters than this. Which I would be I have ordered one, and I might order another as well, so we'll see how that goes. But I hope that you found some value from this. I did spend 10 minutes talking about these little bad boys, so yeah, I guess I'll probably leave a link in the description if I can be bothered. But tally counter on Amazon, type that in, you'll find the same product. So anyway, I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for living, and hey, I just hope you have a really good day. And that's been sort of me monologuing for 10 minutes. So you take care, all right? Bye.